A man named Tristan Hogben, aged 46, pleaded with a judge not to send him to jail after he assaulted his girlfriend by slamming her head against a bathtub. The attack also involved him putting his hands around her neck to silence her and repeatedly hitting her against the floor. During his sentencing hearing at Canterbury Crown Court, Hogben's lawyer argued that he should be released from prison to care for his guinea pigs. According to Phil Rowley, the defense attorney, Hogben had recently started a guinea pig farm that was still in its early stages when he was arrested for the assault. Since then, a friend had been looking after the animals, but Hogben was eager to return to them as soon as possible. However, the judge rejected this plea and determined that Hogben should not be spared jail time. The court learned that Hogben and the victim had been in an on-and-off relationship for approximately 5 years and had been living together in Canterbury for 9 months prior to the violent incident. On August 7, following an argument, the victim left their flat and went to a friend's house. Hogben, who was intoxicated but initially calm, became angry and began shouting when he arrived at the friend's house. Prosecutor Caroline Knight stated that Hogben placed his hands around the victim's neck to silence her, repeatedly smashed her head against the floor, and hit her head against the bathtub while they were in the bathroom. Although there was no medical evidence, photographs presented in court showed a visible bruise on the victim's head and scratches on her neck. Hogben, previously convicted 21 times for 30 offenses, including 8 for violence, was already serving a 16-week suspended sentence at the time of the assault. The suspended sentence had been imposed in May of the previous year for breaching a restraining order and possessing Class A drugs with intent. Hogben initially gave a no-comment interview but later pleaded guilty to assault causing actual bodily harm. The charge of intentional strangulation was dropped by the prosecution, and a formal not guilty verdict was recorded. Hogben's defense attorney informed the court that his client had reflected on his behavior and was eager to rebuild his life and continue his guinea pig farming business upon release. However, recorder Vivian Walters determined that immediate custody was the appropriate punishment. Hogben was sentenced to a total of 20 months in jail. The judge cited Hogben's previous convictions and poor compliance with court orders as serious aggravating factors. Since the victim did not support the prosecution, no restraining order was sought.